Turn with me to Matthew chapter 5. I think I said that already, didn't I? 22 and 23, 22. I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whosoever shall say to his brother Raca shall be in danger of the council, but whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou shalt be cast into prison. We've been dealing with conflict resolution. And we put all of our conflicts, as inevitable as they are, in categories. Matter of fact, we put them in barrels. We call the first barrel, if you would please, differences. Conflicts that come because we are different. Different by nature, we're different by culture, we're different backgrounds, different educationally, socially, spiritually. We're just different people. And we should be different people, by the way, because that's how God has created us. So we don't have the room to fuss and fume about the differences that we would have that are non-sinful differences I'm talking about now. So in that barrel, sometimes people don't like it when you aren't just like them, and so they cause difficulties, and they have to realize why these differences are among God's people and why we have them. Non-sinful issues. The second one was the difference or conflicts caused a result of righteous efforts. These are non-sinful issues as well. These are things as I might prefer to do things one way, and you prefer to do them another way. Neither one is sinful. Now, when I make a decision as a pastor, and the men will probably share this with you if they had the opportunity, I try to look at the whole package, the entire congregation. And you know, when you look at the entire congregation, you make a decision on behalf of an entire congregation, no matter how large or how small. It doesn't matter. You're not going to make everybody happy, which isn't the goal anyway, but they're not going to be happy. Some people aren't happy about having service at 6 o'clock. Some people are happy about having service at 6 o'clock. These are non-sinful issues. These are righteous decisions. There's not a wrong about them. There's not an up about them, a down about them. These are just decisions that we made, that we had the liberty to make, and made on behalf of people other than just ourselves, but ourselves included, of course. But other than that, so it's non-sinful, but we don't have a conflict about that. And we don't create conflicts over non-sinful issues. We don't do that. So these are righteous decisions, where to buy groceries and where to shop and, et cetera, et cetera. Well, okay, use your Christian sense, express your Christian liberty, and do it. Okay? Some people like Harris Teeter, some people like Food Line, some people like them all. Okay? But, okay, use some common sense, some rationale that God has given you, and make a decision and make a choice. And just because I didn't go there doesn't mean I did it wrong. It's okay. And doesn't mean you're smarter than I am. It doesn't mean you're dumber than I am. It just means, okay, that's not an issue one way or the other. Tonight, however, we're going to deal with another barrel. The third barrel we deal with is conflicts caused or created because of sin. Okay. Now this isn't a right versus right. This isn't a difference. This is sin. In the context, he's talking about being angry with your brother without a cause. That's the context. And the culmination of the thing is we have got to come to a resolution. If I remember that I have aught against my brother and I'm coming to the altar to worship God, I'm to leave my gift at the altar and make sure that my brother and I have been reconciled together. Okay? Now that's the point of conflict resolution, is reconciliation. It's not having it my way, not you having it your way. It's resolution. What is the solution to this difficulty that we're having between ourselves, whereby I would be sinfully angry toward you? What is the answer? And that's what you have got to seek after. Why? Because if you remain in anger, you see the curse that God's put upon that. So that's not for a believer. Matter of fact, at all. And I question a man's genuineness with the Lord sometimes when I find people that are always angry and bitter about something. They can't even put their finger on why they're bitter. They'll start listing things. They can't point a finger at Brother Bonf and say any one thing, but they got a whole list of things. Neither one of them hit the target. Neither one of them. So here we go. But the point is, we've got to be resolution oriented. We've got to be reconciled. And this requires, and this is the first point I want to make, this requires from conflicts resulting in sin or from sin, this requires forgiveness. Get it set in your mind. There's no way to go about this apart from forgiveness. Genuine biblical forgiveness. Now, forgiveness from God and forgiveness from one another, of course. But first of all, we've got to remember something. This is not just a physical malady or a physical problem. These are heart issues. Now, don't let that word heart bypass you, because it takes you down into the inner man where you really are. So where do these things come from? They come from within. Within what? Within the heart of man. We're not talking about the muscle here either, the pumps. We're talking about the life of the man. This is where it comes from. This is on him. That's where it comes from. So we got to remember, if it originated in the heart, as James says, where do these wars come from? Do they not come from your members? Then we got to remember something. If you deal with your heart, if it comes from the heart, then the resolution has to be a heart issue as well. Okay? It's not take a tennis racket and hit a mattress 10 times and put Daryl's picture on it. If you're mad at Daryl, put his picture on it, beat it with a ball bat, and get over it. Or build a bridge and get over it. These are heart issues. When you deal with heart issues, you have to deal with the heart. You can't be superficial.